Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the CHRIS back to you live and direct with no stress. And right now we're about to go ahead and you're about to see some urban art, you know, a big part of hip hop. Let's just get to it. There's DJing, MCing, breaking, and graffiti. That's 4, right? And you know, one thing that I have to say is that growing up, being that my father was a very legendary graph artist himself, I was surrounded by that my whole life. And you know, coming through here, especially over here in Newark, seeing a lot of this graffiti art, it really reminded me and brought me back to the earlier days, back when me and my dad used to go ahead and just, you know, go and hit up walls. And you know, I would obviously watch. I mean, I did try to partake as a kid, but I wasn't really that good. But you know, it was always be him and his friends just going around and just, you know, doing these, you know, murals with all these different characters. And I have to say, you know, coming through here, it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So what I want to do right now is go ahead and take you on a little tour around the street and show you exactly what the best of Newark has to offer, especially within these 2 to 3 blocks. So stay with me. Trust me, you're about to see some magic, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're gonna go ahead and walk around the block and show you exactly what I've been talking about. You see all this art right here? It's pretty beautiful, pretty beautiful. Maybe I should go out to the street a little more so you can get a little more of a greater vantage point. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things right here, believe it or not, a lot of people used to badmouth and shit on graffiti, and some people kind of still do. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is just part of the culture. If you don't understand hip hop culture, then you probably wouldn't get why this is considered beautiful and not considered, you know, dangerous or degrading or anything like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna go right over here. Now, there are people working, mind you, and there are people coming out of school, so, you know, it might be a little bit crowded. Hopefully I don't hit that pole. So you can see, so look at that mural right there. See that? Boom, and look, got a Method Man thing up there too. Maybe Method Man was over here, but no, we're gonna keep going. See, so, how you doing? A lot of beautiful art, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, there are people working, obviously. And as you can see, we're gonna keep going. Some more murals, some more graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful stuff. And man, I actually am honored to say that I was raised in hip hop. Look at that right there, boom. You know what I'm saying? Another one, boom. Well, you may be hearing trucks and all that, but that's just hard people at work doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Even this one right here, you know, looks like Falcon. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just beautiful art, ladies and gentlemen. You can't go wrong with any of this. And I love it, and I love my culture. What's my culture? Hip hop culture. I love that we are able to create something out of nothing. And this is one of the examples. You see what I'm saying? This is probably gonna be like 2 minutes or more, but it's okay. It's all worth it. You know what I mean? All that, you see, even the smallest tags mean a lot in the graffiti community. You know what I mean? First of all, I want to go ahead and shout out to a lot of people. Shout out to my father's crew, the ND crew. I haven't spoken to any of them in years. Look at this piece right here. Shout out to Dulio, who used to do graffiti TV back in the days. He still got some DVDs online. You can go and cop now from back then. You know, and shout out to a lot of the graph writers that are still doing it, you know, even to this day. Obviously, you still see it's alive because you see all this right behind me. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what it's all about. Man, so many memories, man, so many memories. But that's it for me, guys. We reached the end of the road and I gotta go. But don't worry, there's a plethora of graffiti spots around here. And not just graffiti, but just murals in general. And we're gonna go and touch down on each and every single one of them. All right, so don't worry, we'll be right back. And until then, hopefully y'all stay safe, all right? It's just the only way to be. Catch ya.